falls in life. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts I give our faith. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts I give our faith. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts I heal by faith. Now I believe. Oh, better. Oh, better. Oh, better. Oh, better. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts I heal by faith. Are we on, Jim?
God, I hope so.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
What we always say is life is about plan B. You can never really depend on plan A when you come into the studio and you just, I mean, it was
A challenge.
it was a challenge, but you know, like what we said, and I look at it like it really is God showing us that, you know, our willingness and our determination and our passion to never let anything stand in our way. And today was a prime example. Tell them what happened when you and Jim came to the door, Judy.
Well, we came to the door. Jim drove in, waved, and I got out of my
In a
car
happy mode.
In a very happy mode. And we walked to the door.
I think the first thing that Judy heard was,
Oh, no.
"Is this a PG show?" No, I think I said, "Oh, shoot." And,
That was
and
a PG
Judy
version.
Said, "What's the matter?"
What's the problem? Oh, we can't get into the studio at all.
Because the lock is a digital lock where you enter in a number, and the batteries ran out. So the batteries weren't working on the digital. Oh my God, digital. Sorry, thank you, Bobby and Kathy. Digital connection to get into the studio. So Jim, in his pain, and this is why this is such a prime example of how Jim operates. In the pain, and he was telling me that he was in the most excruciating pain that he's ever been in his, you know, today was one of the worst days. And even still, even then, in his pain, he got in his car, ran down to the store, bought the batteries, came out, said hi to me because I was there when I got back in a nice fashion, and went, changed the batteries, and got in. I mean, like it's incredible. And then we get into the studio, and not on Jim's fault, but technical issues, you know, when in an internet, because everybody knows that you can't really fix things that aren't yours. You just can't. I mean, sometimes, you know, when I use Constant Contact, or if I use my website, sometimes they say we're down for a while. There's nothing you could do. So we're streaming live only on Facebook, and of course we will, later on, when I get home, I'll download it and I'll post it to YouTube and to our shows and all that kind of stuff. It's all fixable. The only thing that's not fixable in life is your health.
That's true.
So, you know, that's why I always say to Jim, don't worry about it.
Jim's still smiling.
And Jim's still smiling. So Jim is going to stroll on over in a few minutes, and we're going to really talk to Jim about why he does it, how he does it, and, you know, and the reason how he gets to, you know, stay in that great mode. I mean, I understand it.
It's very hard to be smiling and look happy when you're in really serious pain.
Yeah, it is. It is. It takes a different mindset. But I will tell you that, Judy was just saying to me, like, we should bottle your joys and your happiness. But the truth is, and she said, how did you get there? And I said, well, I don't want anybody to wish this on anybody, but it was my stroke that really got me to realize the value of life and how
to appreciate every moment of every day and enjoy your life, take care of yourself, and do the things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, and it's so important because in one split second, yes, we could all pass in one split second, but the other hand is that you could become ill and really have challenges in your life. So
and sometimes without very much warning.
Yeah.
Sometimes with no warning.
Yeah. So like our friend BBW had 3 strokes last year. So, you're not on camera yet, BBW, but we're going to put you on camera. So, so Jim is making his way over, and we really want to share with Jim the appreciation and of what he does and stuff. And hi, Jim.
Hi.
I'm not used to sitting in front of this really cool background.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do meditation first. We're going to draw it in. We're going to calm down. We're going to breathe deeply. And so
I was stressed out about this show to start with.
You were?
So think about adding all this other stuff that happened.
Yeah, but
and by the way, I did not know that there were batteries in there.
Oh.
I didn't know that those batteries came out.
Who told you that?
Well, the guy, when I told him the keypad was going bad, he said, "Oh, I'll have the batteries replaced."
Oh
so I
God.
just knew that there were batteries associated with it
did.
somewhere, but I just took it apart before I knew I was breaking it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, putting my things.
Well, so Jim, first of all, I want to thank you for,
I don't know how I committed to do this. When did you get me to do this? At a weak moment, for sure.
But it, we all as faces in the media and faces on the internet, and everybody's in the internet now, but we really don't share our back end stories, right? Of our trials and tribulations. We just keep a smile on our face, but we all have our issues in life, and yours is really difficult. And so we want to first thank you for opening up your heart and your soul to share with us, how it has felt. So tell us when you first got diagnosed, like what was the first feeling that you had? How did you know what was going on?
What happened was I got a new studio in Huntington, right by the Paramount. It's a very exciting time. It's five doors down from the Paramount, great location. And I moved in December, and I moved a lot of furniture in, a lot of heavy stuff I normally haven't done. So, a couple days later, I was feeling kind of rough, but I figured, it's because I just moved all this furniture in. So I literally live a block away from where my studio was. So I it was exciting. I was walking to work. I'm like skipping to work, seeing all my customers. I'm like, hey, good morning. Hey, Farmer
your customers,
Joe.
Who were your
I had a magazine. So all the customers that were in Huntington, that was where my magazine's been for 20 years.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, Farmer Joe, and then after about 3 days of doing that, I started feeling a pull in my leg, in my groin area, kind of. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And I thought it was from moving all that furniture, so I didn't think much about it. And then I started getting a pain in my hand.
Wow.
And then like a week later, I got a pain in my other hand. And I was like, oh, maybe I got a pinched nerve from it. So this is going on for a couple of months. Really no stress about it.
What year was this, Jim?
This was 2015.
Okay.
So then in March, my nephew passed away.
Oh my gosh.
And
from what did your nephew pass away?
I don't really, really know. I don't want to share that.
Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have.
No, it's not. But
not
anyway,
public.
So I felt like I didn't want to take things for granted. So I was dating Jennifer at the time, and I proposed to her, and we got engaged. And at the same time, I wasn't really feeling that good. And I would say that was in March. I would say by April, I was walking with a cane. I kind of got the pain in my leg, and now I'm going to doctors, and they're not really finding anything. They were checking my blood. I gave so much blood; it was incredible. And then I'll never forget. I was having a 3-day open house. We actually waited to have the open house for my studio until the summertime when we can have a 3-day open house. And on the 3rd day of the open house, my neurologist, that I never had a neurologist, but now I did. But so they were like, "You got to call this doctor. It's very important." So that was a Wednesday. So we called, and the girl said, "Okay, the doctor's away in 2 weeks. You can come back in 3 weeks." Blah blah blah. Okay. So like 10 minutes later, my phone rings, and it's the doctor again. And they said, "You got to come in Friday at 4:30.
That's what the doctor said?
That's what they said. They said I couldn't come in the 3 weeks. I guess the girl told the doctor, "Okay, I got an appointment for Jim Savali." And he said, "No, I need to see him now."
Because he saw your tests.
So I went in on a Friday at 4:30, and we're sitting there, and I said to Jennifer, I go, "If this guy walks in from the outside, I'm in trouble. That means he came in only to see me." And sure enough, he comes in, and I was like, all right. So we sat down, and we looked at my x-ray, and I said, okay, I know what it is now. At least I'm not dying. I could see it right on the x-ray. I mean, I had 2 bone spurs that grew into my spinal cord, but almost to the point where it was 3/4 of the way through in 2 spots.
Is it up? Is it up?
It's in this part of my neck. So, they only did this little tiny surgery right here. They were like, "You're not going to see it. It's in the crease." I was all nervous, about being seen. Yeah. And he's like, "You'll have it taken out. It's going to take about 3 weeks." And I was like, 3 weeks? That's cool. But I found out later that he only meant that's how long they would take for the injury itself to heal with the cut.
Right.
He told me later that it was like a 10-month recovery for the nerve pain I had. I have nerve pain that it's kind of like if someone would peel your skin off. Oh. And the air hurts, like that kind of pain. I used to sleep like this, on my back. So I'm recovering, and in the meantime, me and Jennifer got married. I was, had a cane. I got married right about a month after my surgery, and at that time, we were thinking about having children. So I went to my doctor, and he was like, "Yep, you'll be fine in 10 months. You'll be able to hold your baby, blah, blah, blah." So, we proceeded, and she got pregnant. And about 10 months after my surgery, I started feeling worse. Wow. And the doctor was, he said, maybe you're just overdoing it. I said, "No, this is worse." So he did an MRI, and it turned out my spinal cord inflamed.
Wow.
And it was touching on all sides. So Jennifer she was 8 months pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
So, and we didn't really know what we were in for, because the first surgery was so easy. I went to Mexico a week after my surgery. I had to wear a neck brace on the plane, but.
Well, that's you, because you wanted to do a show for us the day after you had a surgery. And I'm like,
yes, I remember.
Well, he did it for other people, but I'm like, no.
So I,
God bless you.
God bless
Sorry,
you.
Thank you.
They come in 3s.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I did the surgery, and I really just had no idea how bad it would be. Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
So I really, I couldn't even move. I couldn't walk. It was bad. And I didn't walk for about 2 months. Oh. And then I started getting, to the point where I could walk, but the pain never went away. I just had the pain all the time. So, I had that surgery, and, we were pretty sure that it was bad. They had to go through the back, and they pretty much cut me from my whole back.
Oh, my God.
And I never had any scar in my life. I mean, so it was kind of dramatic, So I went through I was healing, and still, once again, the pain never went away in my hands and my feet. I mean, it's excruciating. So, then I started looking into other options, these spinal cord stimulators that are supposed to offset the pain. I had those put in. They made it actually worse. I had to actually have them taken out, a whole nother 2 surgeries.
Oh, my gosh.
So, so that's what I'm left with. I just have, I can't really walk too good, and I just have pain all the time.
And there's nothing beyond this that we can.
Well, I mean,
you can do.
They're not 100% it won't heal, but they're pretty sure it won't.
Did you try, and I don't know, did you try any, because your brother's an acupuncturist.
I tried that. It actually,
didn't help you?
you know, I can't even do therapy, physical therapy, because it's not my muscle or my bone. It's actually my nerves. So just doing things, just doing this, if I do that 20 times, I'm going to be in pain because it just aggravates my nerves. So I just kind of just do what I have to, you know, but you know, on the other side of it, the doctor told me I'd be okay. So we did go ahead and have a baby, which is I would take all of this times 10 if I could still have Josephine. So, but I'm a stay-at-home dad. So it kind of forces me to
just
deal
with it.
You know, if I might not want to get up and walk around, but if she is crying, I have to change her diaper. I have to put her to bed, you know. Right. So,
and Jim, does it, when you do all that, did they tell you can do that, or is it
I'm not supposed to lift 10 pounds. So Josephine weighs 30 now, but you know, I try and teach you to hold on to me to make it easier. So what happened was I used to weigh, ashamed to say, 245 pounds. So as Josephine gained weight, I lost weight. And that, I just really just stopped eating. I just did whatever I could because I figured, all right, if I lose weight, then I can carry more because I'm already carrying 245. If I lose 45 pounds, I can carry 45 pounds.
Right.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm holding her. It's not like I'm holding her out here. I'm holding her next to me. It's part of my body weight. So, except for when she doesn't want to be held, you know, it becomes like 100 pounds.
I don't understand how this happened to you.
They don't really know, but they say, you know, it was probably from a traumatic injury, which I don't recall having. I did have an occasion where when I was doing my magazine, it first came out on glossy paper. So the night before we were out celebrating and I was delivering the books the next day and I was kind of dehydrated. It was the hottest day of the year. And I passed out while I was walking. So I kind of hit right here and it cracked my skull. It hit so hard. So they think that at that time I might have jolted it, cracked some vertebrae or something. And
but you didn't feel anything after that immediately?
It just actually was 8 years of slowly getting worse. And I'm a man, so I ignore things, and I got a pain in my hand, so it's carpal tunnel. I self-diagnose.
Yeah.
And I had a pain in 2 hands, so it's pinched nerve. It's got to be.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went on like that for years. I mean, like me and Jennifer were together, and it was like a year and a half. I remember the one thing that really pushed it over the top was I decided to get something out of the garage. So it was a little chilly out, so I decided to run. And I literally thought I was having a heart attack because I must have just pinched it, and it just sent like an electric wave down my whole body, and it just kind of froze me up. I thought like I was having like chest pain, but I think that was the first real symptom. And then from there, it started getting just worse.
So what? You know, I know that it's challenging and that it's painful. But what inspiration, you know, can you share with everyone about life?
I don't know if I'm the one to share inspiration about life, but I will say that, you know, when I was about to turn 50, you know, I had a lot of, I always had my magazine, but I was always struggling all those years, you know, financially. And I pretty much said, when I turn 50, I'm going to be set. I'm going to be the best shape of my life. I'm going to lose weight. I started losing weight. I was going to the gym. I was in really good shape in September, October. And that was a year before my birthday. I set the pattern. So that was September, October, November, December, I made the move. And then that was when everything went downhill. So when I turned 50, I was actually in the worst shape of my life ever.
But Jim, you do things without letting the front end see the challenge you have. A lot of people would stay at home and sulk and feel sorry for themselves and not do anything. It is.
Just do that.
Yeah. But, you know, probably your daughter really motivates you to keep living.
I mean, every day I just say I'm not dead.
Yeah.
I'm not dead. And I always say to my wife, I say, it's kind of a joke, but she gets mad when I say it. I say, when I'm gone, don't say at least he's not in pain anymore. He's not suffering, because I'd rather be alive.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? The truth is that, I mean, Bobby and Kathy, who will be on in a few minutes, and Judy will attest to it, that, as we all have our challenges, it doesn't, sometimes it's physical and sometimes it's mental. And sometimes, like Kathy, and, she's dealing with a physical challenge, and Bobby had 3 strokes, and it's just, I mean, that's why I say life is a gift, and you really have to value each single moment that you're alive and that you love one another, and you're surrounded with the love that is awesome. You call your wife Jennifer, Nichole. Is Nichole?
Jennifer is my wife.
Jennifer's
Nichole
your
is my. I actually have 2 older children too. Nichole and Michael. I have a 28-year-old daughter.
Right.
23-year-old son, and soon to be 2-year-old daughter.
Right. And we have a photo posted on Facebook that you had shared with us when we did the telethon.
Right. Family.
Because the family is important.
Yep.
Family is important. So you are an inspiration to everybody. The way that you just keep forging ahead and you don't let anything get in your way, and you got to do what you got to do in life.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just by chance that I started doing this radio, and I was kind of doing it for fun. I had my magazine. I had it for 20 years. And after the surgery, I really couldn't do the magazine anymore. I couldn't carry, part of my whole business is going door to door, carrying the books, seeing people.
Right.
I really couldn't do that. I couldn't carry the books. I couldn't do all that. So I kind of just started doing this more. I didn't have any shows back then.
Right.
I was just doing this and kind of doing it for fun. Then I would have another surgery, and I would come back and do this a little more. And then all of a sudden, I started, seeing what I had, and I started really putting it together and putting the effort into the website and other stuff.
And you have an online magazine.
Yeah, I have the magazine online, and believe it or not, I have companies that are across I have companies in Jersey. We're just about to sign a company that's in Vegas.
Right.
To advertise in the magazine and sponsor the radio station.
Right.
So it's bigger than you actually ever expected.
I never expected.
Right.
And I don't think it's even reached its potential, close to its potential yet.
Yeah. Well, I believe that there's possibilities and hope, and that you can heal, fully from your challenges.
I'm hopeful. There's different parts of the spine that do regenerate. This part of the spine is not one of them.
But isn't it? Didn't you tell me it was because they're broken? They're jabbing you? Is that?
No, not anymore. Now everything is healed, but because of the damage that was done. Oh, so I left the part out that was kind of important. When they did the second surgery, it was supposed to be a 2.5-hour surgery. They were just going to go in and open up the back and close back up. But when they went to go do that, my spinal cord was actually stuck to the vertebrae. So they actually had to free it from the vertebrae. They actually had to chisel it off. So because of that, I have tremendous scar tissue, which won't heal. So that scar tissue is causing different parts of my spinal cord. The spinal cord has millions and millions of signals that are being sent down. I'm pretty much from here down affected by it completely. Everything's affected by it.
I mean, I don't know if you believe in all this, but I mean, the power of your mind can really
it's got me this far.
change your life. But if you would just take a few minutes every day to see it clearing and to see it and really trust that you will be better. I mean, it does take a whole different mindset, because you're in pain, but yet you have to see yourself not in pain, and you have to see yourself in that place where you're running around and you're doing things, and I'm telling you, it does work. It does work. Right. So, just do it.
I actually thought I was getting better. I was starting to feel better, and then I missed my medicine one day, and I realized that I'm really not better at all.
Oh.
I just don't get medicine.
Well, at least the medicine subsides you and helps you to,
Yeah, and it's not, you know, like painkiller like Oxycontin or anything like that. It's not anything, you know, it's gabapentin. And
what is it?
it's Neurontin. It's for nerve pain. It's like I was on Lyrica for a while. It's people like with fibromyalgia take for nerve, but it doesn't really work because that's designed for people who have fibromyalgia. This is different, but it helps. It just I would say when my pain's at 100%, this makes it 50.
Mm. Wow. Wow, it's so sad. I mean, you know, but you know, like I keep telling everybody, and I say to you, it's, you know, we love you, and we're so appreciative of everything you do for us, and the team that you have, and you know, you formed a Village Connection network family that is full with love, and
yeah, it's kind of everything I thought about it, you know, joy. Like a consortium. I never knew what that word was. And ever since someone taught me what it was, I've been on a mission to create one.
What is it?
It's basically a group of people with different skills who work together to make one.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So we have people who have different skills. Like, you know how to take this video and add in the intro and put it on YouTube. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the things I know how to do, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So, and there's different people who are on board who know different things that I don't know, and they all have come on board, and because of that, we got lights, and we got different things, and you know, like we were just able to grow, and it really, you know, the way it would work best, and I'm trying to work on everyone to do this, is if we all support each other better.
Yes.
Like when our shows go live, you know, I know people work, but if you see a show go
Share
live
it.
and you share it, even our viewers, if you simply share it. This is the whole idea of what we have is is sharing.
Yeah, yeah.
If you share it and they share it, and then three of your friends share it, and one of their friends share it, all of a sudden 1 million people could see it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's that simple.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Well, you know, we're gonna have Bobby and Kathy come on up.
Thank God.
But we do want to, you know, tell you that I have a prayer circle. You're on our prayers list.
I definitely believe that it helps because, you know, I found out things as I'm healing that I didn't know. Like you know, my wife Jennifer, she has to be a saint. You know, she met me. We were just dating, and she totally took care of me.
Yeah, yeah. She's an angel. She's an
angel.
You
can know people 20 years that won't do that.
Yeah,
that's true.
They would bail, you know, in a second if they had a chance.
She loves you. She loves you for who you are, and unconditionally, the ups and downs, and that's what marriage is about. Marriage is not about just the joys, you know. It's about facing the challenges together.
We got the challenges out of the way right in the beginning. I can't imagine, knock on wood, that can't get much worse. I mean, she's been through a lot.
Come on up. You got to come back here so that you guys could be on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Camera. That's okay. That's okay. Take your time. We have plenty of time. But so Jim, you know, we want you to know, you know, that we appreciate you, and whatever we can do for you, we're here to help you and to be that team that you always envisioned.
Well, just by the way you guys dealt with today, and I always say, thank God, Renee is, you know, I don't know if she gets in the car afterwards and curses me out.
No, never.
But
she's not that type of person.
I know, just teasing.
Yeah.
But you know, this morning when to deal with, like I was saying, I woke up in a bad way this morning, and I was like, I just want to go in. I'm gonna get the day over with. I'll be home by 1, and that'll be it. Then
can't get into the studio.
Bobby,
can't get the computer working.
It was just a nightmare.
And so,
I just want to say too, and Jim, you're like the epitome of how I feel. You know, people are always telling me because of my health problems, take it easy, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that.
Yep.
And you know what I tell them? I tell them, I'd rather live dying.
Yep.
No, I'd rather die living than live dying.
Yep.
Say it again.
I'd rather die living than live dying.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Yes.
understand
Yes.
exactly.
And that's how you keep going on. It's how you overlook the pain. I'm in pain too every day of my life, but you learn to like tolerate at least a certain, if I'm at 80 sometimes I can still
I mean,
be out there.
I mean, ever since my stroke, I never looked back. I've always been, dealing with things, dealing with my equilibrium, or dealing with my, now I'm dealing with my arm, but it doesn't stop me from, keep forging on. I mean, I was just in a car accident a couple of years ago, and it was 3 years of excruciating. I had 2 herniated discs, Jim, so you can understand. I was on the floor at work crying, screaming, crying. It would take me an hour to get out of a car. I mean, it was my knee. I couldn't walk. So, I get it. We are working on our 5th annual telethon. Yay!
What's crazy for that, it's actually, I'm working on my 2nd annual telethon.
Yes. It was, like I said, oh, that's you, Bobby. We're live. Say hi.
Live.
Say hi, everyone. So yeah, we of course, you're on the team, but we want to, normally at our telethon. Kathy, you okay? Can they see you okay? Because I don't want to be in front of you.
No, I'm good.
I usually make work on presentations and work on thank yous and work on everything to, let people know, because gratitude is our biggest, component in our foundation, love and gratitude. So we wanted to give you a gift that we normally would have given to you at the telethon.
That's my favorite picture too.
Yeah.
Love
that's
shot.
Such a great photo, of everybody.
Yeah, this is my favorite shot right there.
Yeah, isn't it a great shot of all of us? We just you gotta know the backstory, because
thank you so much.
7 hours of Jim sitting there, right? I mean,
now that was in what month was that in?
May 6th, I think. It was May 6th.
So that was that was after. Yeah, that was right after my surgery. Not too long after my really bad surgery.
We didn't know that because we weren't that close. I was on the show in March, and then it wasn't until April 1st we actually April 8th, I think we started April 8th, because that was my stroke day.
Right.
Because April 1st was Easter, so we didn't want to do do it the same week. So we're just, I know, you got to find.
You're looking to see where you're going to put it.
Right there.
Right here.
There's actually a
yeah, I don't think that you need 2. Don't you need 2?
Put that up.
Yeah.
I do need 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we wanted to know how appreciative we are of the fact that you just it was
But look at all the people I met that I didn't know. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people the day before, I didn't know any of them, and now I know all of them.
And there's a lot of people that come through, and that's how we feel. We feel like, when they're on our show, they become part of our family, and then they become part of our telethon, and our family just grows and grows and grows and grows.
And as Renee says, someday we're all going to meet in Shea Stadium or Yankee Stadium or whatever.
And Bobby and I are going to sing. That's what I love to do. That's what,
that'd be something, right?
But this October 25th thing is really, really, I love to educate children, and I love to inspire them, and I love to bring them into the package, to work with us, So to me, it's like I get to sing and love and do everything that I love to do. And Jim and I are going to work on that avenue as well. But it's awesome. It's awesome. We are growing so.
That was someday, man. I'm looking at all these people, and I'm thinking about how to. That was something.
I know.
It was fun.
And it wasn't an
I remember when Mike told me about it. I was like, I'm going to what? Oh, I'm going to help you, Jim. I hope you're watching, Mike. I'm going to help you, Jim. I'm going to help you.
Yeah, Mike. They were good, but you were the one that.
Well, no one really knew how to do it, So I'm trying to teach other people. You know what it is? As you can see, things. I can teach someone, all of a sudden something happens, and it's hard to find. I work it every day. Something's missing. I can find it.
Where to find it. You know where to find it. But
sometimes.
I just remember you sitting there and just without eating, without drinking. I mean,
Well, I didn't want to drink because I was afraid I'd have to go to the bathroom.
And he couldn't because I don't think we took a break. Did we? We never took a break.
We might have. I think I might have actually went to the bathroom once where Steve was there. I forget. I think Steve was.
I think so.
He might have sat down for a minute.
Steve came for a little bit. Yeah. So it was incredible. So our 5th annual telethon is coming.
Thank you so much for that. That's awesome.
You're welcome. It's from our hearts. It's from our hearts.
Find a spot for it. We actually need more stuff. If anyone else wants to bring me a plaque, I need another I need things on the wall here.
It's awesome. Like it's
I have a whole pile of stuff back there that still has to go up. I just
really?
I can't really do it.
Why? Because of your back?
I can't go up on. I have bad balance. I actually, I forget the operations. Over the past year, I've had some experiences. I tried to go on a ladder. That's when my computer broke. I actually fell off the ladder because my balance was. I try and do things even if I can't do it. Well, because I always tell you, you try and. Renee, I'll carry that. I got it. It's like 500 pounds.
Well, because I figured I'm in better shape than you are.
Yeah, I refuse to not. That's why I probably haven't healed as well, is because I do things I probably shouldn't do. But I have a hard time saying no.
But you know what? On the flip side, I know like you do have to work with your doctors, but you also have to stay with that hope, and you have to stay motivated, and you have to keep pushing yourself, because if you don't push yourself, like stroke survivors and stuff, that when I was an ambassador for stroke survivors, I'm still an ambassador, but when I would go to hospitals and I'd walk around, the medical team can't say to them, you got to do it.
Right.
You're the one that has to pick yourself up, and you're the one that has to challenge.
You're an example of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can't expect. I can't fix your back. I can't motivate you to get up out of bed. Right. So we can inspire you, we can help you, we can coach you, but we can't do it for you. So it's important that you have that drive to not let anything stand in your way of living. It's
hard. It's hard. It's actually great. I mean, I often say to Jennifer that I think that Josephine is like an angel, like God sent her here to try and heal me, because whatever happened to me was 7 or 8 years in the making.
Right.
So, but once it was found, that's when we had Josephine, and by having her, I'm definitely healing because of her.
Yeah.
I would probably, like you said, I'd probably wake up every day. Jennifer would go to work. I'd probably lay around in bed till as long as I could, and get up, and But now it's like Josephine wakes up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 6 o'clock.
Right. And that's God.
In other words, thank God.
Without a doubt, I have to say, I think she is definitely
just
an angel.
Yeah.
And every day above ground is a good day.
I have to agree with that. I don't look forward to that at all.
I know. That's what I tell everybody. It's, I keep saying it, but it is true that life is a gift, and you have to value each single moment.
I think that's what I took from this.
Yeah.
It is a gift. You can't take it for granted. Without doubt.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to raise my children, to understand that. I tell them every single day, do the things that you want to do. It's not always a tomorrow.
Yeah. I've learned that you have to learn balance. You have to work to survive, but you also have to keep your dreams. So you have to balance that lifestyle to be able to have a checkoff list, to be able to do what it is that you want to do. So does anybody else have anything they want to say to Jim before because I believe we have to close on out.
I'm going to jump back in my hot seat.
You're going to jump back in your hot seat. And anybody?
No, just thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. It was
God bless you.
Yes.
Good over here.
So we're gonna close, and I believe we're gonna sing "I Believe in Music" because that's what we love to do. And Jim will sing with us. And the reason we want to do that is because of the words of the song, and really this was really a thank you for Jim for the telethon, And we are so appreciative of everything that he has done and everything he does, even if it's, even if it's like today didn't flow the way that we wanted to, but we got it done. And we're examples that you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish.
Anything you put your mind to, you can accomplish.
Yeah. So, come on, Pamela, before we close on out. We gave Jim donuts.
I got birthday donuts for Jim.
Yes, we also happy birthday.
Jim.
Oh, let's sing happy birthday. Yeah. Come on. Put them down. We sometimes we do free flowing shows.
Hello.
This is a great show.
So we're gonna sing happy birthday to Jim. Jim, are you on camera?
I can come over there again.
Okay.
Jim. Turn a little blushy now. Okay.
So, Jim, do you mind us asking how old you are?
Life's lipstick. I like that. It's purple. That's a good shade. It looks great. I am 53. I'm not
53.
Say, yeah.
Nope, and I'm 55, and I'm very proud of making it to 55. So let's go. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim. Happy birthday to you. So we're going to flow on out. We're going to sing while Jim flows over there. So let's go. Well, I can just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making my music, I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. Music is love, and love is music, if you know what I mean. And people who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hand, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. Music is a universal language, and love is the key to find brotherhood, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. One more time. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. God bless everybody. Let's blow our kisses. Bye, everyone. See you next week. Mi amor, yo no entiendo por qué tú más que nadie sabes qué pasó en mi vida. Yo no sé qué tú piensas, yo no sé lo que haré, yo no sé
algo estoy perdiendo. Yo no sé lo que va a pasar. No me puedes escuchar, llorar solo sin ti. No me puedes oír llorar.